Hello! So, let's see. Just gonna wait, and I think some people already are starting to join. That's fun. Hey! So glad you can join, Sandra. Hi! I am trying to find out how I can watch what you are writing to me. Let's see. There! Hey, Heather! So, while we wait, I thought I would just show you a little bit how I have been doing things on my QS Huggable. So here is my book where I have kept track over how many stitches I have done, how far I am. Not exactly how many stitches, but how many blocks. And each of these squares represent one block, one 10 by 10 block in the actual pattern. And 4 of them equals 1%. So this has not been updated today because everything is going to be marked off, and I have marked off different colors for different days. So that was that. Then I have everything is going on my floor right now. What I have done on my lower reef stand is that I have some flosses on bobbins on this ring, and I have had them just hanging right here by my side. And hello! And I don't have them here right now because I'm done with these colors. I only have 3 colors left. So today we are going to be using DMC 632, DMC 975, and DMC 3830. And I just have them laying on a tray beside my flowery stand. I've cut out the pattern, so if you want to only stitch like some brown and a little bit of purple and a little bit of the spoon, I don't care. So I'm going to have it right here so I can keep track of where I am. And I think we can get started. So I just have some flosses parked because I do parking. And I am mostly doing what they call the Danish method when stitching. I do half crosses one way and finish the X's on the way back. But you will see I sometimes do both, do the English method, which is completing one stitch at a time. And I hope I can see everyone chatting to me. Heather, can you be a love and write something to me so I can see if my setup is working? Yeah, thank you. So is the sound good? At least hope it is. Since I'm sitting away from the camera, I'm trying to speak a little bit loud, so, or else I'm afraid it will sound like mumbling suddenly. And now you can see I am doing one X at a time, and that is because I am very frugal with my floss. So instead of jumping to the edge of where the stitches of this color will start, I just jump right down from where I was to the line underneath and do the half stitches one way and going back, and then one X at a time, working my way to the edge so I save some floss. Oh, good. Good, good, good. We'll just see. How this will go. Usually I have very big trouble doing my height like this because it's sometimes hard to work on your height and do a live at the same time, but oh good, Heather, that is not only me. Most likely you will hear me counting in Norwegian a lot of times, because when I stitch, even if I'm alone, I still count out aloud. And that annoys my husband when he is sitting in the living room and suddenly can hear me count. So and the way I do parking, I do it page by page. So I don't know if there will be any good ways to show exactly how I do my parking, but I think it will be fine. This time I will jump to the end just because I'm doing one stitch diagonally down here, and since I have completed the stitches over, I'm going to do this stitch because this color is not on this side anymore. So now I will complete the stitch, and I will work one stitch at a time to the other side. Again, saving floss. Hey, Lolly! How is everyone tonight, today? Depending on where you are in the world. So this is actually the last stitch of this color, but I am going to park it right here because I haven't done the stitches that is over. Oh, good to hear that it's going good. Oh, Sandy. That sounds really hot. Is it like 30 degrees in Sweden right now? Here in Norway, we have finally gotten our temperatures down, so it's not that hot anymore. And I'm glad. So yeah, that sounds really tiring. And I am doing the loop method. I'm doing it from the front, so I have just made my loop on the front, and the last, the hole I came up, I will now go down, so I pull the loop behind the fabric and I can start stitching. Yes, Heather, I feel you there. Usually we don't have it very hot in Norway, so we don't have an air condition, but this summer I really wished we had. has been insane weather. Hi, Stitchy Cat. Welcome. "32 degrees. Wow, Heather, that's hot." Yeah, Lolly, it's good it's cooled down in the UK also. Yeah, I think that is not something standard here in Europe, having aircon, except like if you live in Spain and France. Oh, you're a mail ladies, Sandra. Well, that is super hot. My husband was a postman while he studied on the university, and every time when it was summer, he got home and was totally like had sunburns all over him because you're so much out in the sun. But I guess you will have a good color after a while then. And no aircon in the office. Yeah, I can feel you there. That has to be very hot. Oh, Stitchy Cat. Yeah. It's good that it has been a mild day in Italy. You have had storms? By the way, Stitchy Cat, can I ask you what your real name is so I can use that? Yeah, Heather, I think I can feel you there that you want cooler temps. I am very glad it has cooled down in Norway. Some soda to keep me awake. My son have been home today because he is sick, and I also had to go and train at the center. So I am very tired today, but I will finish my QS Huggable. So now you will see how frugal I am, because I am not starting a new floss for one stitch. So I am actually going to play floss chicken with my floss. And I just realized one of the other flosses has like, oh well, looped up in the back. So yes, I am basically going up and down doing the pin stitch and turning my frame over to not having to start a new thread for 1 stitch. Hey Amanda! Oh, it's good that you have some cool days in Canada. Sandy, yeah, that really sounds like my husband, because on his route on the post office, he was, sorry I shaked you there, he was always driving like in one direction and so on. So he ended up getting only color on one side of his body and the rest was white. Hey Charlotte, nice that you could join. Are you stitching on your dragon from Randall Spangler? I don't remember the name of the piece, but the one with the books and the dragon sitting in the chair and reading. Oh, do you, Sandra, do you have like postcards that are closed in? Because in Norway they have these weird little cars driving around that don't have windows. So it's like a motorcycle with just a little plastic roofs and sides on it. So it don't get that bad when it actually is sun outside, but it is a pain when it is raining. Oh, Charlotte, you have been out mowing your yard? That sounds really hot. But I bet it's a good exercise though. Yeah, tan lines. I always feel I get weird tan lines because I go in shoes like flip-flops and I will actually get like tan lines on my feet. So when I don't have my shoes on, it looks really funny. Oh, you mow other people's yards. Wow, that sounds like a really hard work. Oh, okay, Sandra. So yeah, I know they have like normal postcards also, but they are only in use for those who are driving like out in the countryside. And these small electric cars, mopeds, look alike with a huge box on top, driving in the cities. My husband usually only got city routes to go when he was in the post office. And one time my husband was like 5 hours late coming home from the post office because his electric car had suddenly stopped on the end of his route, so he was the longest way possible away from the post office. So he had to call his boss to come and get him, and they had trouble getting the car in the truck and so on. And so yeah, he got like 5 hours overtime sitting and waiting for his boss to get him. Yeah, Heather, your husband works in the sorting facility. Does that mean if I'm going to send you something, I kind of like write his name on the outside of the envelope and say, take this home to Heather? And he will do it? Yeah, our cars are red. That's true, Sandy. We have red postcards. The whole like postman and woman have red jackets and such walking around. Okay, I need to count. And mark off. I park there. Wow, the chat suddenly. Oh, you have red post office people in UK too. Cool. Yeah, I guess it can be exhausting, but helps with money for stitching, Charlotte. I am going to start another HAID when I'm done with Curious Huggable, but not right away. I need to get some other whips out of the way, and I will start. I'm not sure if it's going to be a HAID, but it will be a new full coverage at least. But I have a few full coverage from HAID, so there will be more HAID stitching. Oh, Heather, that's so cool. Oh, but it doesn't do it. But it could be cool that he could like get mail faster to you. Yeah, the post office in Norway, it's easy to get the job to go around with the post, but working on sorting facilities and such are really hard here also, Amanda. But it sounds cool that he get paid to play solitaire all night. This peace lolly is 192 by 198, so almost 200 by 200 stitches. And I did start this 17th of October 2017, so last year. So when I finish this tonight, it means I will have approximately used 11 months to finish it. But I started this and I had stitched 3 days. Then I joined the first 100 Days of Hay challenge. And then I joined the second 100 Days of Hay challenge. So I have stitched on it a total of 168 days so far. Oh, you ordered the Dragon Rider, Charlotte. Yeah, that's cool. I like that one. Save. And this pattern is called QS Huggable, as it says in the description. And it's on Heaven and Earth design. The artwork is by Randall Spangler. I am stitching it 2/1 on 18 count Ada. Yeah, Amanda, I love these dragons. And the next dragon I really want to buy and stitch is rounding up the dust bunnies, because I could really love to have that one framed and hanging on my wall in the living room, I think. Yeah, I have counted the days. 114 days. Wow, you have stitched a lot, but it's looking so great and you have gotten so much done. Literate Dragon it is called. Literate. I hope I said that correctly. Yeah, parking when stitching is it's what I have found is the best, because I don't do big mistakes, and if I do a mistake, it is only 2 or 3 stitches I have to frog before I can start from where I was. Let me see. Yes, Randall Spangler does mostly dragons, but he is also the one having allowed a lot of the houses. If you watch Blitz Stitch, Brian, he is doing a Haid that is one of the houses he does. And yes, he is the designer of the no smoking that Amanda is doing. Oh, you have 4 charts, Amanda? I actually have one more chart, but it is a huge one because I bought all the Dragon Story Keep books in one giant piece. So thank you, Lolly. Take care. Cookie cookbook. Yeah, I love the cookie cookbook. I am a cookie monster, so it fits me well. Yes, story keeps are tiny Hades, even smaller than my QS Huggable. I have one story keep going right now that is only 50 stitches wide, and I think something like 150 stitches long, so it's not that big actually. Yeah, the dragon with chocolate is also a fun piece, Adele. But yep, a lot of brown if you're going to stitch that one. And yeah, I feel the sales often get the most of us. I have made a restriction for myself that I will only buy Hades when there is a 50% sale off. That usually comes from now on until Christmas. Because each time there is a sale, I buy like 1 or 2 or 3 charts, and now I have a bunch of Hades that I need to get stitched, but with time. Oh yeah, the Planet Dragon series, that is by Rob Carlos, isn't it? They are awesome. So yeah, that could be fun. getting once. But I think I need to get some more finishes on my height, because this will actually be my first height finish. Yeah, diamond painting is fun, Amanda, but it totally, I don't have one of those tables that Stitcherista has, and when I sit in diamond paint, it will kill my neck, so I had to stop diamond painting. But I actually had a pretty huge amount of diamond paintings done. Did a mistake. Luckily it's not so far back. Only a few stitches. Yeah, Chris Ortega has a lot of fun ones. I think my wish list on Heaven and Earth designs, I went through all of them for this, all the artists for this 100 Days of Hate challenge. So if I won that, one of your patterns on your wish list will be the one you win. And I think I have over 250 patterns on there that I want to stitch, but I know I can't stitch all of them. Have some puzzles. Yeah, I've been thinking about maybe getting some puzzles instead of stitching all of them, since I can't do much diamond painting. Yeah, Amanda, I am thinking about maybe getting a tilted table in the future, but it will have to be a long time in the future when I get my own craft room. But right now that room is my son's bedroom, and when he gets old enough to move up and sleep on the top floor, then I will get a craft room. So, oh, you're going to have a finish, Heather. Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, Pumpkin Spice. Oh, that pattern is cute. Yes, Adele, I agree. Being like slob out while stitching is perfect. Hey, Jessie Marie. and thank you. I hope. Always a lady, Adele. Yes, agree, Heather. She's a pretty lady exactly like me. I have totally managed to park this in the wrong place, but luckily I know where the right place is. Well, Adele, I will not deny that I am a slob while stitching. That's why I am sitting in my comfy chair while stitching. Agree, Heather. No need to have good clothes on when you get spit on you all day. I don't have that excuse, but I still or just walking around in my comfy clothes all day, unless I'm going out, which is not that often. I like being at home in my comfy clothes and just relax and being a slob. Yes, we don't have to be prettied up to stitch pretty. Agreed. If I am going to pretty myself up every time I stitch, then I would like lose 1 hour of stitching every day. That's a lot. That would, since I have stitched 168 days on my QS Huggable, that would equal 168 hours less stitchy time. Every day is a PJ day, yes. Scrubs, showers, jammies, repeat. Yeah, but where's the stitching, Amanda? Yes, PJs are not to sleeping, it is for wearing inside and feeling good about yourself. I actually know where all my jeans are right now. They're in the laundry basket and not being washed because I have no plans to leave the house in like a long time. I was out in the weekend, so that should hold for a while, right? Yeah, leggings is outdoors pajamas. I need I need some new leggings because the ones I have used so much that there are hole in all of them, and I have like 20 of them because I like to be comfy. I love that your jeans are in the northy corner, Jessie. Sandra, I would have really loved that. Uh, the biggest problem is uh, I am going to a wedding the 29th, and the 30th I am going to my brother and niece's birthday party. So that is going to be a busy week. But if there is more retreats coming up in Sweden, please let me know. I would love to participate. Just need to make plans and come to StitchCon. Well, if you pay, I will travel to StitchCon. It actually would be really fun to go to StitchCon, but I'm not sure if I would ever get myself to the US. And traveling for me is usually a very big problem because I have anxiety when it comes to traveling alone. So I'm not the easiest person to get to travel around the world. But I really would want to go to StitchCon one day. But I think that would be like a 5 years project where I need to save up money and travel in some years time. Yeah, I also wish you had that type of money. Yes, Sandra, that would be lovely. So maybe I can make it next year. StitchCon 2020. Yeah, maybe I should try 2020, but it's only 2 years away, and I think maybe that it's a little bit too early for Leo, for me traveling so far away. But maybe like 2025. If StitchCon is still going by then. Hello, Carrie. Okay, Amanda, it's a date. So now everyone knows 2025 I will be at StitchCon, so everybody will need to save up money so they can join me in StitchCon for 2025. Yeah, that's a good argument, Heather. So, yeah, 2025 will be a good year. The invite list would be over 1,000. You will watch from the sidelines, Jessie. Yes, she is scary. Yeah, I agree, Jessie. I'm not actually that fond of a lot of people, but it would work when it's only for a couple of days. Yes, thank you, Sandra. I will see where I am at. Right there. Yes. Yeah, a lot of us teachers are introverts, I feel. But there are some that I don't feel are introverts. So, but I guess if we did take a poll, if you're an introvert or the opposite that I don't remember the name of, I think maybe introverts would be like 65% or something. Ambivert. Ambivert. What is an ambivert, Heather? Is that like you're something in the middle? My friends always call me a hidden introvert because when I'm around people, I can make people believe that I am an extrovert. So people that don't know me usually think I am, but in reality, I am an introvert and has been since I was a little girl. But I am grown up in a home where I had to be extrovert, so I kind of like have learned how to be it, but it's still being around people still drain me the same way it does with people that are introverts. Yeah, basically you're a mix of the two. Yes, thank you. Jessie, what height are you stitching on? Oh yeah, this moment. Your whip is, it looks so nice. I really love that piece. It looks stunning. Love the colors. Oh, that's exciting, Jessie. So next year you will do a live when stitching her face? Your brave souls with your hates. It's actually, I can't see why it is intimidating to some people, but in reality, you're only doing like one stitch at a time. And it will take some more stitches than a small, and even more than a medium, and even more than a large, but in the end, you will get it done. And there is no like fractionals, no back stitching, so if you don't like back stitching and fractionals, then hate is not a problem. Yeah, Jessie, that could be really fun. I actually love watching people doing stitch with me when they have heids or full coverage pieces. I don't know, there's something soothing about watching the tiny X's starting to make a picture. Heather, I like back stitching and fractionals too. I just have to be in the mood. Like with, I like confetti sometimes, and I like sometimes big blocks of colors, but it all depends where I am in my zone of stitching. Maybe I should start doing a live stitch with me on a regular basis, Heather. Yeah, it is magical watching a hate come to life, Jessie. I totally agree. And I might have to take a little break in like 10 to 15 minutes or something because my mobile phone is starting to get low on battery. So I need to find a charger because that is where I can watch the chat because my iPad is behind me, so I can't turn around to read what you are writing me. Yeah, slow magic. But hey, magic is magic. I love magic. Yes, Heather, the evolutions is a really popular hade. I don't have it in the super size version, but I have mine in the normal version with max color. So, and when I looked at the mock-ups of the two, there were actually not that much of a difference. So you might want to look at that before you totally decide on doing a supersized one, but it would be totally awesome doing a supersized one. Yeah, Amanda, did you also buy the normal size with max color on your evolutions? Oh, cool. It will be really fun to see you doing the cross country you're doing, Amanda, where you start with the lowest amount of colors and me doing the parking, and see how both of our pictures come to life. Oh, I'm so sorry, Carrie, that you couldn't deal with the confetti. The confetti was hard in the beginning when I started my hate, but when I just decided that I was going to relax, do one stitch at a time, and don't bother with when I was going to finish it, it actually wasn't that bad doing confetti for me. It doesn't have to be that way with you. There, I think you will be overjoyed when you are starting your first hate. It will be really, really exciting. Yes, Amanda, it needs love. Maybe you should do like 100 days of evolution after the 100 days of hate challenge is done. Do you find Amanda's cross-country method a good way to stitch, Adele? You're taking all the faces out of this pattern, Heather. Your frosted pumpkin stitchery. Yeah, I agree, Jessie. I don't think I could do cross country. At least not the extreme cross country ones. I have done the cross country where you take one strand of floss and just stitch it till it's done, and then you find another one and stitch it and like build your way out from that. But I like parking much better. Oh, that will be fun, Amanda, working on your epic Pokemon all generations. I'm not sure when Laura decided that the 100 days of Pokemon would be. I think she might are now planning to do it when it is a new year, because if not, it will end up being right in the holidays of Christmas. I am finishing up off the third row, so I only have 2 rows left when I'm done with this one. And there is, those 2 rows go over 4 squares, 3.5. So actually not that much left. Okay, Sandra, but it's like 80 stitches left, so I hope it's not a long shower, because then you might miss it. Oh, Heather, I kind of like agree with you, but I'm not sure if I want to say it too aloud so Adele can hear it, because maybe she will hate me also now. You guys crack me up every time. If it makes you feel any better, Amanda, I feel like I am stitching really slow right now myself, trying to read the chat. But luckily I'm not typing, so I can stitch. So I am on this second to last row, by the way. One stitch per minute. Yeah. Luckily I'm doing more than that, or this stitch with me would take forever. Not that I mind, I just need to get myself to bed before midnight. Well, I really like to watch your lover squirrel, Heather. It's fun. The biggest problem is that I have to count, and every time I laugh, I forget the number I was going to count to. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more stitch. You're actually Scottish, Adele? I didn't know. That's a fun fact. Adele, you love a lover squirrel with everyone. And everyone loves you. So it's a win-win. Do you all want to know a fun fact about my husband when it comes to red hair? On his head, he is blonde. There is no sign of him being a redhead at all. But in his beard, it is all red. And he has freckles, so he's halfway ginger, or only ginger when he has his beard grown out. Yes, Adele, agree. That's so cool! That is not only my husband having a different colored beard. And he actually don't have that many freckles now. I don't think, because each year I have been together with my husband, his freckles is decreasing. So when we started being together, every summer he would get freckles, and he would get like 20 on his nose and cheeks. And like this year, I think he only had like 5 on his nose. So maybe next year he will have none. I am soon finish off the second color. And for those of you that have come a little later than the beginning, I started out with 3 colors, and the first one I really quickly got finished. And now I just have to finish these half stitches so they will be full crosses, and this color is done. Yes, Sandra, I am still stitching. Wow, you shower fast. Don't you have like long hair? When I have long hair, I use like half an hour in the shower to get my hair washed. 2 down, 1 to go. 1 color left. So my mobile phone is at 3% right now. So I will leave you to talk among yourself while I will be running down carefully so my toe don't swell up. And I will be right back. So let's see. I have to crawl under my chair to put my charger in. So now I'm back. No, I didn't break another toe. Luckily. Adele, I will pick up another full coverage after this one, but not right at once. Because I have a lot of gifts and I have a swap that I need to finish up. And I, like 3 days ago, got a notice that my cousin is getting married, and she is getting married the 29th of September. So there is suddenly a wedding, and it would be cool to make something for them, but it will of course have to be after they are married, because I don't think I have time before that. But when things settles down and I don't have much stitching left with a timer on, then yes, I will pick up another full coverage. And I am thinking that since I already have a bunch of heights, that I will do a Tilton Crafts or Sharting Creations. Yeah, it went pretty quick, but there is some family issues there, so I'm not mad at all at them for getting married that quickly. So, last row and last color, and I have found the rest of my birthday champagne. It is standing beside me. So when I do my last stitch, I will drink with a little glass of champagne. So now would be the time to find a glass of something to drink, even if it's just water. And we're gonna do a toast at the end. Yeah, I also have actually a very good amount of Tilton Crafts, so that is why I need to start at least one of them. And I am going to maybe start a donut stitch as the next full coverage after most likely the Tilton Craft one, because I also have some of those. So yeah. I know, Adele. Champagne is always a good plan. Is it weird for me to start feeling sad when I think about that I soon will be finished with this one? Of course I got a knot. And this knot does not want to play nice with me. Let me see, I need to find sharper needle. Yeah, do it with iced tea, Heather. I don't want you to get drunk just because you're celebrating my finish. nice, Jessie. Super fancy filtered water. If it wasn't for the fact that I did not drink up my champagne on Friday for my birthday, I wouldn't have any champagne, but I figured since I had some left, I could do it now when I will finish my head, if I can get this knot out. There! Woohoo! Let me see, I'm behind on chat. Well, good, it's not only me that gets sad when I am at the end of finishing a project, both small and big. Mineral water, yes, Adele, perfect. Oh, good to hear, Jessie. So it's not only me. Tap water. Mmm. The drinks are getting better and better. Yes, Heather. My QS Huggable is rebelling. It knows it soon will be finished. Eight stitches left. Six stitches left. And there was almost a new knot. It is totally rebelling. It doesn't like this. Yeah, some finishes is good to get over with, Adele. Agree. But this one, I actually am starting to feel a little bit sad. 4 stitches left. A rage finish, yes. Two left. One stitch left. Is it time for me to now like say goodbye and turn off? I'm just kidding with you. So the last stitch. Dum dum da dum dum da. My QS Huggable is finished. So I will just secure the floss on the back. Don't want that one to start unraveling. Thank you. Do you see the back now? I am planning to like take it off the frame and show you properly with the Q-snap off. I just need to get everything properly finished off. Well, thank you, Heather. Why is my back so neat? Because I stitch neatly. Even though I do parking, I don't jump much, and I am very careful about what stitches I take. So the stitches where I jump is actually getting stitched over on the back, so it don't look like there is a lot of jumping around. Yeah, half of my needle minders. Well, I don't know if that was half, but thank you for thinking that. Yes, full coverage pieces, I need to have at least 3 needle minders I have found. 2 or 3. 3 is the perfect amount for holding my parked floss. So you might get dizzy because I am going to move you and turn you around. And switch around the camera so you can all see me in my slobby clothes. Thank you, Lillian. And we need to find the champagne. Whew. And don't let it spill on my QS Huggable. That would be awful. So, here he is in all his glory. My QS Huggable. Yesy, Jessie, yes, I will be your twin. Totally. So, cheers for the most amazing little guy I have ever stitched, that have brought me a lot of joy when I have had a lot of sorrow this last year. So, cheers! And here is also the back. It actually looks really good. Best back ever. Thank you, Adele. Thank you, everyone. It actually looks pretty good. I'm amazed myself. But there is, you can see some like jumping around a little bit, but for the most part I have been starting and stopping my floss with the pin stitch if the jump is longer than 10 stitches. So that's most likely a reason why it looks so neat. So, neatest jumping around I ever seen. Well, that's the only way I jump, Adele, neatly. I I am actually starting to feel a little bit sad he is done. Maybe I need to buy myself a new dragon and stitch right away. So this was it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today and finishing my QS Huggable with me. It has been a joy and pleasure to have you here. And yes, Adele, maybe I need to stitch a new dragon, so this one has a friend. So the last thing I will ask you before I finish is, what are we going to call him? Because right after this, I am going to baptize him by putting him in water, soak him up, and get rid of my grid line. So I need a name for my QS Huggable. Hamish. Huggable. I love that one, Jessie. Sunspot. Olaf. I don't think I could call him Olaf just because my son have watched Frozen, and every time we say Olaf or Elsa or Anna, he is running around all day screaming, Anna, Elsa, Olaf, and being mad at us 24/7 because we won't let him watch more TV that day. But I think I will go with Huggable Hamish. Yeah, Huggable Hamish. Agreed. So, thank you so much, guys. Count Cuddly Fun Cutie Pie. Oh, that's a good one, Heather. Did I also freeze on your end? I froze on my end. Yes, Count Cuddly One Cutie Pie is his official title, and his nickname will be Huggable Hamish. Yep, it was Elsa. Okay, with that, I will say goodbye to you guys. I think this is a sign that it froze, so it wants me to go and watch Frozen. I'm back! Wow. Thank you so much again. And I will definitely do more live Stitch with me in the future. It will take some time to get this huge of an accomplishment finished for a Stitch with me, but I will try. So, goodbye, guys. And I need to try and find out how I turn this off. Thank you, Jessie. Good night. And to you people who are not going to sleep right now, have a lovely rest of the day. And I will see you soon. Bye.